I just can't let you go.
Virgo, welcome back to the channel. It's Kelly from House of Virgo. So we're going to do a singles 2025 outlook reading for you. So if you are single and you want to see what the love predictions will be or what's coming up for you this year as a single person, definitely stay and watch the reading. Please make sure to click the like button if you enjoy the reading, and also consider subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. Your support goes a long way. All right, Virgo, so this is you, Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. We'll take a look and see. Now, I've already been shuffling. We'll do a Celtic cross to see what messages are showing up here for the singles. Okay. All right, Virgo. Single as a Pringle. Don't have anybody in your life. Just doing you. Sure, you might be thinking of people or thinking of someone, but you are currently not committed. Okay, that is what singles mean. It's not you're hoping to be committed with someone in particular. This is just more about focusing on you and what's going on in your life. Okay. All right, Virgo. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Virgo. You have Four of Pentacles. So the overall energy for you for 2025, Virgo, is you do have a desire for long-term security. And I feel like that could be financial. Okay? Sure, you might have a desire for long-term secure relationship, but it looks to me like mostly you're focusing on, your work, your career. I feel like you're keeping to yourself a lot this year. You're protecting yourself. You're staying put. It's a little bit of an energy of maybe even, I don't know if it's like blocking, so to speak, but you're just not putting out a lot of energy towards anybody in particular as far as a relationship goes. It feels like this year is all about you protecting your peace, protecting yourself, what you need to do for yourself. Also, you have strength in the reverse with the High Priestess in the reverse and the Fool in the reverse. Okay, so I do feel like you're really probably this year going to try to work more on listening to yourself, perhaps, setting boundaries, doing what's best for you, putting your needs first. This year, I feel like you're cautiously optimistic, so to speak. I don't feel like you're just going to jump into anything. Maybe you've been through some stuff, Virgo, in your past, and it looks just to me like you are regaining your strength here, even with the Fool in the reverse. There's this energy of like you want to be more prepared. I feel like you're going to be absent a lot this year as far as not putting yourself out there into anything that's not going to bring you peace in your life or calmness or an ability to have stability, right? Fours are all about the foundation and stability in your life. Maybe in the past. So it kind of looks like all these reversals are behind this Four of Pentacles. So you're gaining stability from previous weaknesses. You're learning to love yourself unconditionally, your self-respect, trusting yourself, whereas in the past maybe you really didn't. Or you doubted yourself, or you were like just kind of blocked. Your insight was blocked. And you were maybe unprepared for something in the past. So you're definitely a bit guarded this year, 2025, which I don't feel like that's a problem. I feel like that's okay. So if you've been through something difficult, maybe you're relearning some strategies or how to manage your life this year. Okay, so it's still a very positive thing. Now, I do see maybe at the end of 2024 or at some point in 2024 with the Four of Swords, you made some kind of decision that you were, just going to go into solitude. You retreated, or you started off this new year in this place of you trying to renew your spirit, okay? Renew yourself, getting some rest, right? Maybe coming off the holidays as well. But currently, right now, Virgo, you got the Nine of Pentacles, okay? So let me tell you, that's you, Virgo, the Nine of Pentacles. That's you being solo. Okay, so currently, seeking solo pleasures, it's like what's going to make you happy. That's what I feel like you're putting as a priority, starting off this new year. You're beginning this phase, I feel like it's, maybe you went through a breakup or something ended and you're coming back to yourself, or you're just still on this path that you've been on. Maybe there hasn't really been anybody that's kind of rocked your world in any kind of way, and you've been keeping the peace until that could actually come about and happen. But the Nine of Pentacles is, it's all about material things. So you're very much focused on maybe, looking like your physique, focused on your physique this year, focused on your money. You're starting off on a good footing, I feel, this year. The challenge for you, though, is to kind of move away from the past energy. Okay, that's the Six of Cups in the reverse, Virgo. And that's about living in the past or being naive or having unrealistic expectations. It's a challenge for you to set those things aside so you can focus on yourself. It's a benefit for you to put the past in the past. It's kind of an energy of not carrying the negative things into the future. It's becoming more wise about your decisions that you make. So this is part of your, so they're just giving me this word glow up. I feel like this is part of a glow up for you, okay? I feel like, maybe in the past you just kind of, so even with the Four of Swords, this can be a little bit of like hiding behind the wall, being maybe a little bit of a doormat. I feel like, no, this year is all about you rising and shining. Okay, if you hadn't done that before, if you did, like if you've been on this journey, you're still going at it, you're still working through your challenges, right? I feel like in some way you're not trying to have any kind of a reunion with anybody this year. You're not being nostalgic about anyone. It's a challenge to put that behind you, but you're making yourself do that so that you can stay focused on the path before you. Okay, so it's a good kind of thing. I feel like, I don't know, they're just giving me this word innocence. Maybe for some of you, the kids are moving out, okay? Or you're getting your freedom back from some kind of connection to do with children, maybe even adult children. It's definitely... it's a challenge, but it's like a new phase of your life is what I feel for a lot of you in many different ways. A new phase of your life, even leaving behind childlike ways. That Nine of Pentacles is really a lot about maturing, okay? Seeing things from a different angle and just trying to be your best self, not for anybody else, but for you in 2025. So that's your current energy. Also, what's driving this is the Five of Cups in the reverse. You're moving on. And because you're moving on from 2024 and all that came about, this is an energy of moving on from uncertainty. You're forgiving. Your hope is returning to your hope, maybe your hope, your self-esteem. You're not staying stuck in grief or loss or regret. If you felt abandoned or unloved last year or at some point in your life, you're turning that around, okay? And this is I feel like this is the reason for all of this, okay? You're in like this recovery mode. Even the Four of Swords it comes after the Three of Swords. So after some kind of a heartbreak or an argument or a loss or divorce or some kind of depression, that's recovery from that, okay? Now, what's crowning on you is the Five of Pentacles in the reverse, which is awesome. There's a new job in front of you, or you might be thinking about this. It's like coming down on you in your mind. Like that's where your focus is. A new job or a new home. Hope returns as far as your finances go. Okay, so you have the Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles both reversed, mean hope returning. Okay? And it relates to, maybe recovering finances, recovering self-esteem, recovering from loss. A lot of this is those energies. It's like pushing you forward. It's crowning upon. It's like enveloping you currently. Okay, so I do feel like your path and your thought process is no more of this sense of like poverty or worried about financial losses, recovering from a lot of that, even some ill health or something that you went through that affected your physical health. Okay, coming out of some kind of isolation period, right? But it's not like you're coming out of this isolation period to then run with other people. It's more like coming out of a dark room and like now you're just going to start segueing into now maybe the living room or maybe you'll go out into the garden. It's you're moving forward and it's a beautiful energy, right? So you're on a really good path as far as a single person, and that's very attractive, right? As far as for you to meet somebody new in your life, it's all about regaining yourself. And I feel like that's what you're doing, right? You don't want to be somebody who meets somebody new and you're still in these horrible phases, right? It's all about being refreshed, vibrant, feeling the colors, right? We feel colors. But put the color coming back into your life. So it's a very beautiful, I feel like you're not interested in returning to the past in any way, and you're not staying stuck on that now. It's almost as if the past has given you cause and has informed what you need to do for your future. And this year, if you haven't listened to the 2025 yearly predictions, which covers all areas, definitely go check that out. It's on my channel here. Just uploaded that a few days ago. That might give you some more insight into what's happening here this year. Now, what's coming towards you? Okay. So you have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. This is all about repair. Okay, you're a little bit of a perfectionist, Virgo, and I do feel like your perfectionism is going to definitely amp up because I feel like you want to make everything right. But I see you going forward, and I want to give this like the next from now until June of 2025, you're doing all this repair work. So what does that mean for you, Virgo? You're repairing your physique, repairing your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health. Okay? So you're on it. I see you being very focused. All right? Even though I feel like you're repairing your lack of focus. You were in something last year that took away all of your focus on yourself. Too much. Way too much. I don't know what the situation was, but you weren't able to maintain a sense of equilibrium or maintain, and this is not going to be for all of you, but for someone in particular here, there was difficulty maintaining. There might have been some kind of an enmeshment situation or something you felt like it was pulling you away from your life. So I feel like you're doing all this rebuilding and redirecting the energy onto yourself, okay, which is awesome. It's what you need to do, okay? Just be careful of perfectionism. It's all about progress, not about perfection. Okay, so focus on the progress, Virgo, day to day. Because when you have that high standard of perfection for yourself, which that could actually sabotage your progress. Because the minute you feel like you're not right where you need to be, for whatever reason, because life is bumpy, your perfectionist tendencies might cause you to quit or might discourage you, at least. Okay, so be wary this year, the first half of this year, with perfectionism. Okay. Now your advice is the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. So I feel like be careful of people in your life who have one-sided charity. Okay? They take, but they don't give back. Okay? Be careful of these people. And with the Pentacles, that has a lot to do with money. All right? So if you're in some kind of a position where you're lending money out to friends or family, you want to be very careful and vet these people thoroughly before you, like, I don't even care if it's like a family member, right? Because money is a transactional thing. There's no attachment, no emotional attachment to money. There shouldn't be. It's a transactional thing, which means, you know, money equals exchange. The Six of Pentacles in the upright represents giving, receiving, generosity. It's an exchange, right? That's why they call it the Security Exchange Commission. Okay, it's money is transactional. It's an exchange. Okay, now I also want to tell you, if you're giving to any charity, make sure you have a little bit left for yourself. Okay, if you're going to donate anything, just be very mindful of, also from an energetic point of view, who you're giving your energy to. Be selective. That's your advice, of who you're giving your energy to overall this year. Okay, Six of Pentacles is talking about you need to start being a little more selfish. Yeah, it might be a struggle for you to be selfish, but it's really important that, and being selfish doesn't mean being rude or being cruel or mean. It just means I need to start putting myself first. My decisions need to come from what's best for me, not what's best for other people. And then me later, okay? So that's your biggest advice. Now, what's external to you is the Ten of Cups. So, Ten of Cups, I will tell you, I feel like there's people in your life, or will be showing up this year in your life, that are external to you, like family, mostly family, where there's total love and support. Children, parents, whoever your soul tribe is, these people love you, and they are true to that. Okay, whoever these people are, I feel like they're showing up significantly this year for you, to remind you that that's who you need to focus on. These people who do have the gift of giving and support and bring contentment to your life. Is there an opportunity to meet someone in the future? I feel like this 2025, like, yeah, you could, but there is, it looks like there's a couple people so far, but we'll get into that in a minute. But I feel like, is there an opportunity for you to have a happily ever after? Absolutely. But I feel like for this year, the way to get there is to be more, I want to say, just inner directed, more focused on what's going to make you happy, right? There's an old saying, when mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy, right? You need to make yourself happy. Okay? People aren't put on this earth to make you happy. We make ourselves happy and whole, and anybody that comes into your life should bring the benefit of joy on top of your already formed happiness. If you rely on other people to make you happy, you'll just be disappointed. Sometimes they will, but everybody's out there trying to make themselves happy on their own, you know? So I feel like the energy and the focus here is asking yourself, what can I do for me that's going to bring me great joy? So that when I connect with someone, I'm already in a good place. That's the energy. Now, your hopes and fears. There's a King of Swords here. Okay. So, masculine or feminine energy. Now, this person comes across to me as very strategic, intentional kind of person, but a little cold. They're not big on the emotions. All right. This person's very independent, self-sufficient. They're quite honest, maybe even a little too honest. They can have a tendency to be blunt. You might fear your connection with this person. I don't know who they are. For some of you, maybe this is someone from before or someone that you're currently exchanging with. But I do feel like there's a lot of pushback with this person. Okay, so the King of Swords shows up as an air sign. Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. There's Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, but it doesn't matter what sign if you know who they are. It's the energy of this person is how I just described them. Okay, there's a pushback. I feel like you might be hoping that they're, how can I say this? I don't want to say hope. I feel like this person pushes back on closeness. Okay, and for some of you, this could be you as well. There might be an energy where you fear that you push away too much, but you know something, Virgo, you're not out here to be a people pleaser. If you need to set boundaries, which the Seven of Wands is kind of like protecting yourself, it's a self-defense energy, or defending yourself, protecting your peace. You might feel uncomfortable doing that, Virgo. That's kind of what I feel mostly. I want to say almost like 90% of that message is about you. You know, the King of Swords can be a Virgo, masculine or feminine. So you're a little bit like, I feel like the reason why you fear, or could possibly fear, pushing someone away is because then they might be gone forever, or anybody in particular. And you kind of have it backwards. This is how I feel. I feel like, Virgo, if you need to set boundaries with someone, but you're not going to do it because you're afraid, or because you've been in some kind of over-giving situation, I feel like that's destroying you. It may have destroyed you in the past. And it might feel uncomfortable to set boundaries, but I feel like the message here is that you do need to do that. You do need to do that. Oh my goodness. Now, the last 6 months of the year, there is a King of Cups who's going to be significant in your life, and that's a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. However, it's in the reverse. So this King of Cups, I feel to tell you, be very careful with this person. Okay, the King of Cups in reverse is a very jealous, no follow-through kind of person. They're extremely insecure, a bit smothering, and can even be an emotional manipulator. Now, why is this person... They're going to show up. They have the Ten of Pentacles, okay? Give me a second here. I'm asking Spirit, why is this person showing up in Virgo's life at the end of 2025? Oh, and here's the Queen of Cups. Wow, strong water energy. And the Five of Swords. I feel like you need to be very careful of this person and protect your feelings. I don't know who they are. I don't. But I will tell you, at the end of the year, this person is going to be significant. Now, you may or may not know them. Spirit's not telling me either way. But with the Five of Swords, this person, excuse me, brings a tremendous amount of... There's abuse. Okay, there's abuse. How are they going to be significant? I don't know. I feel like you need to be careful with your money in connection to this person. That's really what I feel the strongest message is by the end of the year. You need to be careful. Okay, so, in your business, or if you have extra money or inheritance or things like that, you need to be very careful about anything you share with this person, the outcome. And you know something, Virgo? I feel like you're going to be okay because of all that you're dealing with this year, as far as staying focused on yourself and making sure that you are not walking around with these loose boundaries. All right, you have the Hermit in the reverse, okay, for 2025. So again, Virgo, this is all about you taking the step back, right? I know some of you are like, well, I really want to meet someone this year. When is my person coming in? I feel like because of this reading, I feel like there's going to be people showing up in your life, but I don't see you being fully ready. You must have gone through something really difficult in the past, Maybe there's some trauma. Oh yeah, just when I was asking, you had a major tower moment in the past with a certain someone or just some kind of event that happened in your life. An unwanted change, ruin, disgrace, upheaval, maybe even some violence. So, this obviously is a reading that's specific for someone here, okay? But it might, maybe, I will tell you, let me tell you what signs are showing up here. So you have Virgo, you have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You don't have a lot of major arcana, which tells, the only major arcana, Virgo, you have is the Hermit and the Tower, Virgo, Scorpio energy. The major arcana is you isolating yourself from this traumatic thing that happened in your past. It could have been last year. It could have been 5 years. It could have been last week, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks. It could have been 20 years ago. Okay? There's still, if you have PTSD or some kind of trauma that maybe even something from your childhood that has informed your decisions in the future. I feel like you're going, I'm surprised the star's not here, but I feel like you're going through some serious healing work, not just kind of sitting around passing the time, distracting yourself with things. Like I said, there was a lot of recovery energy and a lot of hope returning. So Virgo, this kind of feels, like I said in the beginning, you're cautiously optimistic, but you're not sitting by the phone this year waiting for Prince or Prince Charming to show up. You're trying to be your best self this year. And sure, people are going to show up and people are going to try to take advantage or not. But the difference here is your ability to vet certain people, whether that's in finances or personal relationships, and really know when you need to hold them and when you need to fold them, Virgo. That's the difference. That's the lesson I feel like you're learning this year. But it's when to say no and when, to say maybe or yes, right? It's all about kind of like checking yourself before you wreck yourself this year, which is very positive. So some of you are going through some kind of deep healing energy, deep healing work. And I think that's fantastic. The majority of this reading, I feel like it has a lot to do with money. I feel like there's like your finances and people taking advantage of you financially, or you giving too much. Oops. You might be giving too much, sharing, not budgeting correctly. Yeah. Or maybe you hadn't before. I think this year is going to be a shift and a change. There's a lot of recovery. Like I said, I'm seeing a lot of pentacle energy here. And I feel like this year, it's all about career, finances, assets, material things. That's where you're at this year. And improving, building upon, getting yourself maybe some luxuries, financial gains, and becoming self-sufficient. Let's see what other messages there are here for you. Humanitarian service. Wow, Virgo, your soul longs to joyfully serve. Being of service is a huge calling that is honorable and satisfying. How are you being called to serve humanity? Serve with grace and humility to assist those that cannot help themselves. Be an advocate, a confidant, and an inspiration along the way. Okay, so where do you draw the line between helping people who can't help themselves or helping people who have issues? This feels like a financial thing, right? Okay. There's a line that needs to be drawn here. Okay. I feel like you have a really good heart, Virgo, and I feel like when you go to help somebody, you don't ever do it to get something in return, because you do have that humanitarian thing about you, right? You are Virgo, and that is a sign of service. But the thing is, Virgo, sometimes, there are people in this world that can do things for themselves, and you need to let them. And if you have like this sense of, no, I have to help them, you can help people by redirecting them to ways where they can get the help that they need instead of sacrificing yourself too much to help somebody else, okay? Whether that has to do with like business or just in your personal life, right? There's sacrifice Reclaim. Your strength is needed to pull back your power and gain perspective of the situation. You have gone through an emotional sacrifice for too long. It's time to claim, balance, and nurture yourself by standing in your power. You deserve, Virgo, to be sacrificed for as well. You deserve to be respected. You deserve to be fought for and honored. Okay? And you have to remember that about yourself in all your dealings this year. And I feel like you will. And reclaim all that you've sacrificed for people that have given not very much in return, if anything, if nothing at all. Okay, on all levels, right? Distorted view perspective. A change in perspective is needed to view you or the situation with compassion. The root core of pain is often associated with how you may view yourself or the situation from a wounded place. Choosing to heal this brings the broken pieces back together to create a healthy viewpoint. Yeah, so this 2025 is the year for not personalizing things, telling yourself you've done the best you could, and now you're giving to yourself, okay? And really not locking yourself chained up in the basement as a punishment. Like not punishing yourself for other people not honoring and respecting you. That's their problem, right? If that's no reflection on who you are. So if you've given and someone did not return in whatever way was expected or promised, you can take action to deal with them, in a thoughtful manner or a positive, maybe professional manner. But it's not a reflection of who you are as a person. And I feel like that's part of this lesson that you're learning this year. Making yourself, it's a little bit of like, I don't know, another stage of growth. Little stage of growth. You're not getting old, Virgo, you're growing. And everybody's growing. We're growing when we're 80. We're growing when we're 90. Any other messages for Virgo for 2025? Excuse me. Any other messages for Virgo singles for 2025? Oh, you do have wedding rings. Yeah, Virgo. So listen, work on you, Virgo. Focus on yourself. Okay, there is someone out there for you. But if you don't love yourself, how can you love anybody else, right? If you're really not taking care of yourself to the best of your ability, which I feel for you is like, yes, you deserve to be respected, fought for, and honored, but you also deserve to respect yourself, fight for yourself, and honor yourself. Once you start doing that, other people around you will start treating you that way too. Okay? And yeah, will you have a union? A soul connection, everlasting love, devotion with someone in the future? Absolutely. But I feel like right now you might feel like you're not enough. You might be lacking your confidence. You might have ego or fear frustrations going on, and that's okay because you're human. You're working through that this year. Okay? So I feel like, do you, boo? That's really what I feel like is the message here for you. Let me get a couple of, let me do some letters and see. Little qualifiers. Okay, your name, initials could have a K, a V, H, F, or a J. And a couple more. I, X, W, R, Y. So first, middle, or last name. And L, C, A, and Z. Okay, so if any of that resonates for you, those initials somewhere, that's definitely going to be a message for you. Let's see what your charm. All right, beautiful. You've got flowers, a lot of flowers, Virgo, and a blue star. Very nice. So I'm hearing stop to smell the roses, Virgo, on your way home. If you're a person who loves flowers, start gifting yourself flowers this year as best as you can. And hold on. Okay. So I'm hearing gifting yourself flowers or plants and nurturing those flowers or plants. If you're not that person, just get a small little cactus. And this is like a little bit of homework, like a little practice. And pretend that plant or that flower is you. And how would you nourish that plant or that flower to keep it alive and flourishing? That's how you have to treat yourself, right? Sitting with yourself, paying attention to yourself, singing to yourself, drinking your water, having your nourishment, getting the sunlight that you need. This is all about self-care this year for you. And even with this blue star, you know, Virgo, I kind of feel like you have this, I feel like you've been dimming your light so others could shine. Oh, they're just giving me, oh my gosh, that's an old song. It's a Diana Ross song. It's called I'm Coming Out. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Yeah, Virgo, that's it. There's something going on with that. You know, your light is beginning to, you'll start shining this year more and more. I feel like you're going to be extremely attractive to new people. You also have a white cross here. This is a little bit of surrender. Something here about surrendering to your spiritual beliefs. Keeping focused. I'm hearing some of you might be religious. And if you are religious, your king sits on the high throne. And that king is your father. That king is your God. Focus on, I'm hearing that. Or maybe you'll get into that this year. You'll start looking at that differently this year. Maybe it's more spiritual. You might be shifting from religious mindset to more spiritual mindset. Or more spiritual to a more religious. Could be going. But look at this. You've got the Cinderella pumpkin. So, you know, princess and princesses here. Graduating to a queen or a king, Virgo. I feel like the overall message here for you is heal, Virgo. Get that. I'm not. So listen. I'm not your therapist, right? If you got some serious stuff going on, TikTok therapy, Instagram therapy is bullshit. You need to find somebody who has like a PhD freaking degree in mental health, and you need to get serious about your healing. About your recovery, okay? Serious. If you want change in your life, just reposting memes or going on TikTok or social media and just putting all your shit out there and getting stuck in some kind of think tank that everybody else is in because they're unhealed. Trust me, TikTok therapy and all that is garbage. Because all that stuff is those people just trying to get clicks. They're trying to get money. They don't give a shit about you, and it's not personal. Right? Now, some of you might have gotten involved in that, and that led you to someone who is professional and real. But you need to be very discerning with where you get your healing from, you know? These things, like even here, the tarot readings are meant to inform you, but when you click off these readings, you click off those memes and all that stuff, it's time for you to sit with yourself and say, what do I need to do now for myself? Because stuff's resonating. I need to really look into this, okay? When you're on social media and you're just looking at this stuff and going, yeah, all you're doing is distracting yourself from real change. And I speak from experience, believe me. I speak from experience. It's very easy to get caught up in the think tank, you know, and this is just my personal thing. I'm just talking about, you know, I know people talk about narcissism, and there was a whole thing going on for years where as soon as that word got so much traction, people were out here calling their dogs and their cats narcissists. Like, I'm getting rid of you. I don't want nothing to do with it. Don't stay away from me. Like, it got out of control. Okay? And it all comes, like, social media can be very, very dangerous and very influential. Very. So, you know, if you're that person, you're like, you know, I've been carrying around this baggage for a long time, or I'm very avoidant, or I act as if nothing bothers me, or I'm too anxious and I'm overreactive. There's something going on that's triggering you, your anxieties, stuff from your past that it's still not healed because you're not really acknowledging it or looking at it. you're not going to get healed. You could stay on social media and look at that shit for 10 years, and it's not going to do anything for you except give you more confusion, because you're going around trying to focus on other people and diagnose other people. And what's wrong with them? What's wrong with them? You got to look at you. And it's not the easiest thing, but when you're in a compassionate, caring environment with someone who is professional, who only cares and gives you a safe space to express yourself and all your deep inner stuff that you shell up, believe me, you lift those weights off and you start to soar and you'll begin to fly and you get peace. So don't waste your time. I'm your big sister here. Don't waste your time and all that. You know, we all like to have fun and post stuff. Hell, you know, I'm a tarot reader. Like, we're all doing it. But at the end of the day, this is your life. This is your life, Virgo. We're talking about here. Your happiness and your joy. And how much time do you have left on this planet? Get real with yourself and start doing the work, the healing work. If you haven't yet. If you have, I want to give you a big shout out. 2025 is going to be great for you. You're doing the work. You're brave. Proud of you if you're doing that. We all go through stuff. It's a human condition. So Virgo, I'm going to leave your 2025 reading here for you, for the singles, right? And yeah, if you are in a committed relationship, so you can listen to both. It's fine. But if you're in a committed relationship and you want to just see how things are going to go with that this year, and I'm talking committed, where you both have like, yeah, we're together. Yeah, we're married. Yeah, we've been together for a while. Or we just got in a committed relationship. What are the obstacles coming and what are the challenges? How do we deal with them? Definitely check that reading out. It should show up maybe up here at the end of this reading. Or it'll be, maybe I'll put it in a playlist, all the 2025 readings. All right, you guys. So thank you for being here. I will see you all back here tomorrow. Love y'all. Bye.